Why true luxury feels effortless. And why that's rare. Today we examine a fundamental yet often misunderstood principle. Why true luxury feels effortless. It is a quality that is not merely pleasant, but profoundly reassuring, creating a space of absolute psychological comfort. And why visible effort, the very thing many associate with premium service, often signals that something is profoundly wrong. It suggests a system operating at its limits, strained and fragile, rather than well within its capabilities. Among the world's most discerning travelers, refinement is not found in complexity or elaborate displays of service. It is not about more but about less friction, less noise, less to manage. It is defined by seamless execution. An experience so smooth, it feels as if the world has simply aligned to your will, anticipating your needs before they are even fully formed. This preference is rooted in a deep psychological bias. Human beings instinctively associate ease with competence. It is an evolutionary shortcut for assessing mastery. When a process flows smoothly, without hesitation or error, we perceive mastery at work. Our minds register this fluency as a sign of a well-ordered, reliable system. Conversely, when something feels strained, complicated, or requires visible exertion, we assume inefficiency. We see the struggle, not the solution, and our confidence in the outcome diminishes. This psychological shortcut is the silent judge that shapes how every luxury interaction is perceived. For high net worth individuals, this effect is not merely a preference, it is a necessity. Their lives are a relentless sequence of high-stakes decisions, managed under intense scrutiny, immense pressure, and constant evaluation from all sides. Travel, therefore, must not add to that cognitive burden. It cannot be another problem to solve or another variable to manage. It must actively and invisibly reduce it. This is where true luxury begins, with invisible systems. Behind every seamless experience is a formidable, hidden infrastructure. A complex architecture of foresight, planning, and technology. Private concierges who manage a global network of contacts, securing access that is otherwise unavailable. Pre-arranged logistics, synchronized with military precision across multiple time zones. Staff who don't just remember preferences, but anticipate needs based on context, time of day, and even mood. They understand the difference between what is requested and what is truly desired. And technology that operates so quietly and intuitively, it feels like an extension of one's own intention. From the guest's perspective, there is only simplicity, a straight line from desire to fulfillment. The immense complexity exists entirely backstage, hidden from view. The more invisible this operational mechanism, the more refined and magical the experience feels. This is the principle of system design invisibility. True mastery does not announce itself with a flourish. It doesn't need to. It removes obstacles before they ever appear in your path. Consider the airport transfer. A luxury experience isn't a fancier car. It's the elimination of friction. No searching for a driver. No confirming the destination. The luggage is handled invisibly from tarmac to vehicle. The route is pre-planned to avoid traffic, and the car's climate is already set to your preference. This principle extends far beyond the car. In private aviation, the journey from aircraft to villa becomes a single, unbroken movement. There is no check-in desk, no waiting for bags. The destination simply materializes, ready and waiting. Behavioral economics calls these small barriers friction costs. They can be extra steps in a process, unclear instructions or ambiguous choices, or the need for repeated confirmations. While individually minor, each point of friction cumulatively increases cognitive strain, chipping away at the sense of ease. And any increase in cognitive strain fundamentally reduces the perceived quality of the experience. When nothing resists you, when every touchpoint is fluid and intuitive, the environment itself feels intelligent and responsive. Doors open without you needing to find a key. Reservations are confirmed without effort. Your preferences are remembered without repetition. This is not mere indulgence. It is a sophisticated form of human-centered engineering. The concept of processing fluency explains why this is so powerful. When information or an experience is easy for our brains to process, our cognitive load is lightened. We don't just find it more pleasant, we unconsciously interpret it as being of higher quality, more truthful, and more competent. This is why minimalist spaces often feel sophisticated. They are not empty, they are edited. They are designed to reduce our mental noise. Muted color palettes, clear, uninterrupted lines, an abundance of open space. Luxury removes the unnecessary. No cluttered instructions, no confusing layouts, no overwhelming stimuli. By doing so, precious mental bandwidth is preserved. And in that space, presence becomes possible. For the ultra-wealthy traveler, whose daily life already demands maximum executive function, this preservation is the critical function of a luxury environment. Travel must restore clarity and focus, not present a new set of challenges to be solved. This philosophy extends deeply into service design. True refinement avoids theatrical performance. Overt, bustling effort often feels compensatory, as if trying to justify a price tag. It draws attention to the service rather than enhancing the experience. In a truly luxurious dining experience, your water glass is refilled before you notice it's low. A dropped napkin is replaced before you have to ask. The sommelier doesn't lecture. They intuit your palate from a brief conversation and present the perfect bottle. The performance is in the result, not the process. The confidence comes from deep knowledge, not a prepared script. This anticipatory service extends to problem prevention. A flight is rerouted to avoid turbulence before the guest even knows of the weather system. A chef is briefed on a dietary preference noted in a file from 3 years prior. Problems are not just solved quickly, they are prevented from ever existing in the guest's reality. Precision is quiet, anticipation is subtle. Needs are consistently met before they are ever voiced. Adjustments happen without spectacle. Expectation is managed through unwavering reliability, not through persuasion or boastful claims. Beyond comfort, effortlessness has become a powerful signal of status. A calm demeanor implies an abundance of time, the ultimate luxury. Stillness implies emotional regulation. An unhurried, deliberate behavior implies control. Visible strain, rushing, or anxiety suggests a scarcity of resources, time, energy, or control. And scarcity is the direct antithesis of luxury. Therefore, at the highest levels of wealth and influence, composure becomes the signal. When the complexity of an operation is displayed, doubt about its mastery inevitably appears. If a luxury experience requires explanation, it fundamentally weakens its own authority. Effortlessness suggests excess capacity. Excess capacity suggests mastery. And true mastery does not need decoration. Performance psychology offers another powerful insight. Peak performance states, often called flow, emerge from mental ease, not from a conscious, forceful grind. Achieving this state requires reduced vigilance, a sense of trust that the fundamentals are taken care of. The design of a luxury travel experience mirrors this exactly. By lowering friction, curating choices, and eliminating unnecessary decision points, it enables a state of emotional and cognitive equilibrium. In this state, effortlessness becomes restorative. Not because nothing is happening, but because everything is working in perfect concert. This philosophy marks a significant evolution. Modern luxury increasingly hides complexity. Earlier eras of luxury often displayed effort as a sign of value. Grand theatrical gestures, a visible army of staff, ornate, loud signals of wealth. Today, true refinement whispers. Quiet confidence has replaced overt signaling. The more seamlessly and reliably something operates, the less it needs to prove itself. This reflects a broader cultural shift in the nature of status itself. Status is no longer loud, it is controlled, invisible, and measured. In the end, true luxury feels effortless for one simple reason. The burden of effort has been lifted from the individual and placed onto the design of the experience itself. As a result, friction disappears, the cognitive load relaxes, and trust in the experience increases. This is the ultimate currency. When an experience is consistently effortless, it builds a profound, lasting bond. This trust is not given lightly. It is earned through flawless execution, time and time again. It is the foundation of loyalty, transforming a service into an indispensable part of a life well lived. At its highest and most refined level, luxury does not showcase labor. It makes it invisible.